Good day everyone, my name is Tinio. I'm from Ateneo de Manila University. Today I want to talk about something that many of us experienced or are actually experiencing right now, which is the transition into college as a freshman and realizing that college wasn't just high school with the extra steps. For many students, that first semester is more than just a change of classrooms. It's the beginning of an entirely new learning system, one that suddenly expects you to manage your time, your workload, and your well-being all on your own. Now the problem is that when freshmen arrive in Ateneo, they come from years of fixed schedules and teacher-guided routines. Everything was structured for us, what time we studied, when assignments were due, when we rested, but the moment we entered college, that structure suddenly disappears. And we're stuck building our own schedules, interpreting syllabi, balancing workloads, and all of that, and it no longer follows predictable patterns. Now, many freshmen, without advice, usually try to create their own systems right away. But because they rely on improvisation, trial and error, this usually leads to failure, which is probably due to the inconsistency and incompatibility with college workload. And when they fail, students feel overwhelmed. This leads to inconsistent study habits, stress, fatigue, and eventually burnout. Now, studies by Aljones and Boyat show that freshmen often underestimate how different the rhythm of university life really is. De Leon's 2025 case study echoes this, showing that poor pacing in the first few weeks can lead to a long-term cycle of overexertion followed by exhaustion, both academically and personally. Now, why does this happen so quickly? Well, first, freshmen lose the structured routines that they've relied on for years. Without training in reading syllabi, forecasting workload, or planning independent study time, many fall into reactive habits, which is the process of fixing problems as they come rather than preparing ahead. Now, research by Sarmiento and De La Cruz explained that many Filipino students never had the chance to practice academic and self-management before college. And Fermenta adds on this by saying that the habits that we form in those first few weeks solidify and shape our entire academic journey. Now, secondly, newfound freedom makes things worse. Actually, college schedules can change daily, and unstructured time becomes a trap for procrastination. Now, Abarientos found that this contrast from highly regimented high school schedules to unpredictable college routines destabilizes freshmen. Now, finally, while Ateneo offers strong emotional and social support programs, they don't fully address academic scaffolding. So freshmen must figure out academic life alone, right when they're not vulnerable. Now, examples of why these current systems aren't enough is that with advice from freshmen actually in Ateneo, they told us that firstly, ORSEM helps with community building, but not academic preparation. Guidance offices help with emotional and psychological concerns, but not with creating schedules or anything academic related. And peer advice is helpful, but usually informal and inconsistent amongst people. Now, none of these systems were designed to help freshmen build academic habits, and that's where the gap is. The solution is a hybrid program. Now, our proposal introduces a hybrid model with two connected parts. The first one is our academic starter kit. Given at onboarding, it teaches freshmen how to convert syllabi into weekly study plans, map time blocks, manage deadlines, and forecast workload. Now, it offers templates, but not rigid instructions, so students can build skills, but not fully depend on them and build dependency, similar to how they did in high school. And our second half of this proposal is our semester peer mentorship, which is basically each freshman is paired with a trained upper class mentor. Mentors hold brief check-ins every Monday and Friday, which Gizon notes that these are the most effective days for pacing, and these check-ins help students adjust routines before stress escalates. Now, this hybrid model strengthens Ateneo's existing systems by filling the missing academic component. It builds independence without letting freshmen navigate university life alone, and Reyes and Dizon both show that mentorship and proper scheduling improve academic performance, reduce burnout, and increase overall academic resilience. And to close out, the transition into college is one of the most formative stages in a student's life. But right now, too many freshmen start that journey alone, relying on guesswork during the most critical part of habit formation, and by adopting this hybrid program, Ateneo can bridge that gap not by replacing existing systems, but by complementing them and strengthening them. And with the right guidance at the start, freshmen can build academic habits that lead to growth and not exhaustion. Here are our references, and thank you. And I hope that we can continue to build a community that supports every Atenean from the moment that they step into campus.